Jojo, and I'm a junior child development major at the University of New Hampshire. My internship site this semester was St. Stephen's Youth Programs, where I was an elementary education fellow. I had the opportunity to work with the youth of South Boston by creating and leading weekly lesson plans and activities. Working with children requires empathy, patience, and a certain level of extroversion. I've always had the first two, but being outgoing has been a personal challenge for me. Entering new environments, whether a classroom, internship, or social setting, I tend to stick with the familiar. At the start of each semester, I tell myself, this time I'll be more outgoing. But no matter how hard I try, I find myself retreating into my comfort zone. This semester started much the same way. On the first day of my internship, I was determined to take initiative and confidently introduce myself to everyone I met. But immediately, I felt overwhelmed in a new city, in new classes with new people, and a new department. My shyness got the best of me, and I became quiet and reserved. For so long, I have thought of my quiet nature as a limitation I need to overcome or fix. But through my work this semester, supporting about 50 children between the ages of 6 and 10, I started to notice the opposite, that introversion might be not a weakness after all. I realized that being introverted didn't mean I lacked leadership or connection. Even though I didn't have the loudest voice in the room, I'm a great listener and observer. I notice when a child is struggling or when a coworker needs support, and I can bring a calm and thoughtful presence to spaces that are oftentimes loud and chaotic. My calmness has allowed me to connect with the kids in meaningful one-to-one ways. I would sit beside a student to help them pay attention or gently guide their focus during an activity. These moments, though quiet, were meaningful. I started to see that my natural disposition wasn't a barrier, it was a strength. This realization changed how I approached the rest of my internship. I stopped trying to force extroversion and instead leaned into what I do best, building sincere and intentional connections. I stepped outside of my comfort zone by embracing who I am and trusting that I was good enough. By the end of the semester, I felt more confident navigating unfamiliar spaces. I've learned that growth doesn't always mean changing who you are. It can mean understanding yourself more deeply and using your strength in new ways. I'm proud of the progress I've made, not by becoming outgoing, but by embracing my introversion and using it to make a quiet but lasting impact. Thank you.